Hello everyone, welcome to the SI UK India webinar. Thank you so much for joining us. We are now live with Henley Business School. Today we have Vishali and Neelam with us. They will be taking us through this webinar. We'll try to answer all the questions after the presentation during the Q&A session. So let's start the webinar. Over to you, Vishali.
Thanks, Yukti. And let me just do a quick screen share before we start off. I hope everyone can see the presentation. Okay, good morning or rather good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session on Empowering Your Future with Henley. My name is Vishali and I am the Regional Recruitment Manager here at Henley Business School, which is part of University of Reading. Joining me today is our career consultant, Neelam, and current students, Shruti and Satam. We'll deliver this session in 3 parts. In the first 15 minutes, I will give you a brief introduction into who we are, our programs, scholarships, and entry requirements. Then Neelam will share insights into our career support services and how we prepare our students for their future. Finally, Shruti and Satam will share their experiences from their program so far, and then we'll take any questions from you. So let's begin. Henley is regarded as the pioneer of management education and is widely believed to be the first UK business school. Henley was established in 1945, right after the Second World War, and the idea was to bring together both the public and private sector employees to promote the exchange of ideas and develop their skills for future. We're proud to be a triple accredited business school. This means that our teaching, research, and faculty are of highest standards. With 6 international campuses and a number of partnerships and offices worldwide, we're truly global business school. Each year, we welcome over 7,000 students to Henley from across the world. A unique value and approach underpin everything we do, and this reflects in our ranking. We're very proud to be in the top 10 in the UK for our Masters in Finance and Masters in Management program in the Financial Times 2023 ranking. Our alumni network is one of the biggest and offers unrivaled potential to network. We have an online platform called Henley Live for our alumni. And so wherever you are in the world, you will be able to easily see the Henley alumni near you. From networking events to knowledge-based webinars, masterclasses, our alumni team curate a wide variety of content for your professional and personal learning. We also have a very vibrant and growing alumni community in India. Currently, we have over 850 members. And it is this, kind of resource that our graduates find so helpful throughout their career. Here are just 2 examples of our alumni based in Mumbai. We've got 2 UK campuses. So the Greenlands campus in Henley-on-Thames is a big part of our history and heritage. Currently, we offer executive education and MBA programs from this campus, but all our undergraduate, master's, and PhD students are based on the White Knights campus in Reading. It's a great location because it gives them easy access to London, which is just under 30 minutes by train, and Heathrow Airport, which is 45 minutes by rail air coach. Reading now has its own stop on the London Underground network, offering 22 trains per hour into London. So our students have all the benefits of access to London, but without London prices. A little bit about Reading. So Reading is part of the Thames Valley region, which is often referred as the Silicon Valley of UK. In Reading, we've got 7 technology parks with over 11,000 high-tech companies based here. One thing I'd like to highlight is that Reading was voted as one of the best places to live in 2023 by the Sunday Times. These are some of the beautiful pictures of our White Knights campus. You can see how green space we've got. Now, a little bit about our facilities. We've got all the facilities and services that you would expect from a campus university. We've got a student union who run a number of societies and clubs. I think the last count we had was about 150 societies and clubs. So whatever your interest might be, you'd be able to pursue that through these societies and clubs. We've also got a number of restaurants, cafes and bars, 2 supermarkets, an ATM machine for your easy access to banking staffs. We've got a recently refurbished sports park. We've got brand new library and accommodations on and off campus. These are just some of those pictures from our facilities. Talking a little bit about the business school building, the business school building was opened in 2009, and it houses a lecture theatre, seminar room fitted with latest technology. We've got a lounge and cafe area to facilitate open discussions between students and faculties. We've also got a dedicated business library for our business students. And in the top left-hand corner, you'll see just adjacent to the Henley Business School building, we've got the ICMA Center. This is home to our degree programs in finance and hosts 3 state-of-art dealing rooms featuring more than 100 plus Bloomberg terminals and softwares, which our students use quite regularly. Not many people realize, but we are a full-service business school offering programs from undergraduate, master's, MBA, through open custom programs with our corporate partners. For today's session, I will focus on the postgraduate programs. So we've got MSc programs across 5 main subject areas. Here's a full list of the programs that we offer. I won't be talking in detail about every program, but I'll be happy to take any questions. If you've got interest in a particular program and you want to find out more, then I'll be happy to take the questions towards the end. For now, what I want you to focus on is the opportunities that we have in these programs in the form of international study experiences, the field trips, as well as the professional accreditations. These programs have all been designed with employability in mind. On this slide, I want to focus on one program, which is the MSc Management program. It's ranked in the UK's top 10 Masters in Management programs by Financial Times, but it's also ranked in the top 100 worldwide Masters in Management programs by the for employability by the QS 2023 rankings. It's inspired by our flagship MBA program, and students benefit from a range of elective modules like digital leadership, entrepreneurship, sustainability, human resource management programs. What it does is it allows them to tailor the program to their needs. The program also has 2 capstone modules, an international study trip, and an applied management program project, that they develop in conjunction with companies. The students pass out with strong academic and practical grounding in strategy, ethics, marketing, and finance. Here's a list of our finance programs at the ICMA Center. If you don't know much about ICMA Center, the center is the hub for capital markets of Zurich. It came together with the university to establish these programs in the university in 1991. So we've got our flagship MSc Finance and Investment Management programs, but we've also got a number of specialized finance programs like FinTech, risk management, behavioral finance, and climate change related program as well. So focusing a little bit more on the MSc Finance program over here, it is one of our longest established finance program with a global alumni community of over 3,500. It is also ranked in the world's top 40 finance masters and in the UK number 7 as per the FT Finance Masters in Finance rankings. We're also ranked in the world's top 100 Masters in Finance programs by QS 2023 ranking. Students on this program have, again, options of 15 plus elective modules to choose from to tailor the program to their needs. Also, they can enhance their career prospects by studying for CFA Level 1 as part of this program, or benefit from exemptions on professional qualification of CISI if they plan to pursue it. Also unique to this program and our university is that students have the opportunity to get the Advanced Diploma in Options Trading program, which is recognized by ICE and CISI body. Also, they have exclusive access to the financial modeling module, which is delivered by Financial Edge. Financial Edge is a leading company that trains analysts from the top investment banks in the world. So students have this benefit. Also, they can undertake either a summer work placement or go on a fintech-focused study trip in Greece, which is usually a month-long to Alba Business School, or they can attend a summer school in Tsinghua University in China. So plenty of opportunity to get international experience, work placement experience, or tailor the program to the needs. Now, it is not just about gathering knowledge in classroom. It is also about applying all this theory into practice, and we have number of opportunities for our students. So I've mentioned about obviously the trading room for finance students, but outside of it are business and management, and other students across different subject areas benefit from events like Idea Fest, Henley Challenge, or local employer visits, or these international study experiences to put their skills to test and work with professionals in a real world situation. Here are some examples in the form of pictures of our study trip, which the MSc International Business students took to Turkey, HR management students to Malta, management students to Strasbourg, real estate finance went to France, and the marketing students went to Paris, Geneva. So usually it is a week or so trip, and students not just meet with students from other universities, local universities, but they also interact with a number of businesses during that week. The larger cohort that's traveled is then, disintegrated into smaller groups where they work on the business challenge that these companies have shared with them, and then present back their solutions to the directors of these businesses. So it's there is a study objective at the back of this trip, and of course there's a lot of fun element. I'm sure our students Shruti and Satham might be able to share some of their experiences if they've been on this study trip. Moving on, in terms of the entry requirements, if you're interested in one of our master's programs and would like to apply, what we expect of you is a UK 2-1 equivalent in your undergraduate degree. If you're planning for a finance program, we do require quantitative background. So you should have had advanced maths or quantitative related modules in your undergraduate degree. If we see a gap, then we may ask for a GMAT or a GRE. We also have, starting this year, our own test, which is free of cost. So if you don't plan to take a GMAT or a GRE, you could take our own in-house test. You'd be expected to get a 75% passing rate for this. We also require IELTS or TOEFL. For IELTS, our requirement is 6.5 overall with no elements less than 6. And if you're coming from India, you obviously benefit from a waiver based on your 12th English score. Application is online through our RISES portal. What we require from you is a good statement of purpose, your 12th English mark sheet for if you're requiring a waiver, your degree certificates and transcripts, 2 recommendation letters, usually academic, but if you have got work experience, then we do accept 1 professional in place of the 2nd academic. There's no application deadline and no application fee, but it also means that popular programs are subscribed quite early. So we do recommend that you make as early as possible your application. In terms of scholarships, we've got a number of scholarships available for high caliber students, about 150 of them, and an overall budget of 750,000 to support students. We've got individual scholarships ranging from 2,000 to 8,000 pounds. These are merit-based and automatic, so you do not have to make a separate application. Your program application will be considered by the panel. So it means that you do want to write a really good program application. Once you've been given an offer for the program, in 4 weeks' time, if you've been successful, you will hear from us with a scholarship letter, and you have 4 weeks from then to accept your scholarship. We're still having some scholarship funds, so if you're interested in applying for 2024, then I would highly recommend you make your application soon. That really brings me to the end of my session. These are my contacts, but also we've got one of our staff, Yonika, based in India. So that's her contact details if you would like to get in touch with her. Thank you. I hope you found this useful. And if you have any questions, as I said, I'll be happy to take them at the end. But for now, I will stop sharing my screen and I will ask Neelam if you want to jump in.
Yep. Hi, I'll just start sharing my screen. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Neelam Kaul, and I'm the careers consultant, one of the careers consultants at Henley Business School. I joined Henley about 2 years ago. I previously was working with the MBAs at another leading business school. Before that, I've actually worked in financial services. I hold roles at PwC, Deloitte, and UBS before having a career transition, and really looking forward to speaking to you guys today. So just to give you an overview, our careers team helps students to really take active ownership of their career. One of the things we focus on is helping you really understand your strengths, your skills, your values, your interests, and your drivers. So one of the first things we do is really help you get clarity on what you have to offer employers. We help you build a coherent career action plan, find work experience to test run career options, navigate the UK jobs market, help you succeed in applications, and make good overall career choices. Some information here of graduate destinations who were surveyed 15 months after graduation. So you can see from here, we have a good record for the percentage of students that are in work, the UK students, non-EU students as well. And you've got the University of Reading information there, as well as the Henley Business School information. And here's some of the graduate jobs for business management. One of the areas that we have the master's program in. It's actually the area that I look in. So business management actually covers, the master's in management, digital business, entrepreneurship, HR. So we have a whole host of masters in the business management area. So if you look at the actual business management master's program, here are some of the employers that have recruited our students. So you've got Airbus, Amazon, Boeing, Mars, Deloitte, KPMG. So lots of great companies that do take on our students. The types of roles that business management students take on is a wide variety. You can see data analyst, business analyst, financial advisor, marketing coordinator, HR professional, audit associate, content manager. So a whole host of roles that our students take. For accounting, you can see, again, you see the big four there, a lot of the top 10 accountancy firms there, as well as other sectors like Sainsbury's, Shell, the Bank of England, Bank of Muscat, Boots. So these are just to give you an idea of the different employers that take on our accounting students and the different roles for accounting. Again, banker, tax associate, business development, or of course, auditor, audit associate, finance analyst. So you get the idea there. And then for ICMA, the employers, again, some of the same employers I mentioned earlier, but you can see that there's a whole range there. And again, for the different roles, trader, analyst, risk analyst, investment analyst, relationship manager, broker, you can see the whole range there. So the way we help our students is we give you unlimited one-to-one careers appointments that you can book online or face-to-face with us. We also deliver career sessions in modules where we start off by helping you understand your strengths, helping you decide which sectors you want to go into. We help you with your CV, your cover letters, your LinkedIn profile, how to network, how to send messages, and basically everything from, your CV until the assessment day. We have lots of events. So we have an employer team. They put on a range of events, which I'll describe in a few moments. Lots of career fairs where we have employers come onto campus. We have lots of career mentors, lots of skill sessions to really give you those skills that you need to succeed in your career. And we have cutting edge digital resources. So just this year, we have an AI screening tool for your CV because a lot of employers are using AI for their CVs because some of the top employers, they get thousands of CVs that they have to go through, and they actually use an AI system to screen the CVs for keywords. We actually have a platform where you can make sure your CV is AI friendly. We also have a platform called Shortlist Me, which is a video interviewing platform. So here in the UK, when a lot of companies are recruiting you, they do usually conduct a video interview with you. So we have a platform where you can practice your video interviewing. And of course, we have lots of resources to help you with any psychometric testing that a lot of these employers use. So a little bit more about the process. Aside from the curriculum modules and the topics we deliver to you in lectures, like I said, we have the self-awareness, career and decision-making part. The first step is getting you to have a good, strong CV to articulate all your skills and knowledge. And some of you may be thinking, I don't have much work experience or I don't have much to put on my CV. But we would always tease out and help you, scan your previous history, whether you have work experience or not, extracurricular activities, things you've done in your universities, before now. So we will make sure that there's a lot of skills on your CV, and we would help you with that. And of course, there's certain skills you can develop whilst you're here at Henley Business School. Online testing is a big area we support you on, just because once your CV is screened by an employer, the next stage is usually online testing. So psychometric tests, verbal tests, numerical tests, and then usually the face-to-face or the virtual interview. Then assessment centres, which I know from the last few years is usually a new concept, especially for Indian students. Companies, when they shortlist you, one of the final stages is the assessment centre, where they call you to their premises. It's mainly face-to-face. They will ask you to do a presentation on a case study they've given you. They will ask you to do a group exercise with other candidates where they give you a task, and then they will also do an interview, a one-to-one interview with you. And then, of course, hopefully once you get the offer, we help you with your salary negotiation and just to, go through the terms of employment with you. So to give you an idea, Henley Careers in numbers. So in the last, not even the last year, but since September to March, we've delivered nearly 2,500 one-to-one career sessions, career coaching sessions. This is just one-to-one with you to go through anything you want to discuss. We've had nearly 200 hours of curriculum sessions. We've had 64 employer and other extracurricular careers events just between September and March. 41% of our one-to-one sessions were with international students. So we really are, we're really well equipped to deal with international students and help them navigate their career paths. 16 modules, we ourselves taught on, and we have one focus, and that is to help you students build a brilliant future. So, like I said, we help via insight intro. So we have a lot of employers that come in. I know in the last few months we've had insights into asset management, insights into quantitative finance, into consulting. So we have employers and speakers come in and talk to our current students about that. We have employer drop-ins where employers drop in, have informal coffee chats with you, career fairs. We ran an Asia Careers Insight series just in March for our Chinese students. So our expertise and our support is very targeted to the different international students. So for the Chinese students, we had all these employers come in who were recruiting over in Asia. So you can see PwC, Willis Towers, Samsung, Mars, Decathlon, Dell, Ernst Young, just to give you an idea of what we had recently with the Chinese students. The types of work experience. So work experience is something that we really encourage you to do while you're here. These are the different types of work experience. So placement, which is usually for the undergraduate students, it's called an industrial placement or sandwich placement. That's usually a year long. And in terms of placements, University of Reading, I think this year it was number 3 out of all the universities. They were rated as number 3 for securing placements for their students. I think last year we were number 1, but we're always in the top 3 or 4, so that we're really, really proud of that. Internships in the UK, they usually take over summer, that's 6 to 12 weeks. Currently in our master's program, we offer you the opportunity to have a 1 to 3 month internship as part of your master's, or there's a study trip option or an option to work with an employer on a project. So, we're trying to build in these internships into the program. There's the usual work experience, paid, or unpaid. This is the work experience you do either part-time during term time or in your holidays, but it's usually related to the work that you're doing. There's work shadowing opportunities where you can observe people that are currently doing roles that you may be interested in. And then there's the insights schemes, which usually take place over Easter. They're sometimes online, and it's just a taster day. So I know like HSBC, PwC, McKinsey, they've all got taster days. So that's just to give you an idea. And for our, like I said, for our placements modules, here are some of the recent study trips that I know Vishali has spoken about. These study trips are really great opportunity for you to communicate like cross-culturally, for you to really understand global business and to understand what it's like to go to a different country, to work with an employer on a problem that they present you with. So you, like Vishali said, you're in small groups and you do a consultancy project and you solve business challenges for an employer. So we've had, Paris, Istanbul, Athens. I was on a trip with the master students in Edinburgh a few weeks ago. So, that's really key part of our program. And then some of the industrial placements that students have secured in the last few years. Again, impressive list of employers there that you could see. For those of you who have your own businesses or you're interested in starting your own business, we have a Henley Enterprise Lab that gives weekly business clinics. They have an entrepreneurship hub. They have talks on enterprise development. They support competitions such as Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, the Yes competition, and we have a good entrepreneurship society. So you've got support there if you actually don't want to go and work in a particular sector, but you want to start up your own business. So we do have support for those students as well. So some key outcomes of the Henley Enterprise Lab. So you can see here, you know, the Henley Entrepreneurship Lab co-working space just opened a few months ago, and we've got a growing network of high growth, innovation driven SMBs to provide projects, placements, and permanent opportunities for students nationally and internationally. And you can see, 2.3 million invested in 43 companies via the Henley Business Angels since 2017. So, we do have support for students that want to set up their own businesses. So, this is a really great quote. This is really, where we help you. We encourage you to look closely, at the present you're constructing, and it should look like the future that you are dreaming. And I think maybe Shruti or Satam may be able to speak to you a little bit more, but we have the Red Awards that you can use, and it's something that a lot of students who don't have much work experience like taking part in, and then they can add it to their CV. So this is 40 hours of activities to help you develop your skill, and you get a certificate, and employers recognize this. And there's also the Ready internship scheme. If you join us, we can give you more details about that. But again, it's those summer internships for 4 to 12 hours. And we also have a platform, Henley Live, where we have various alumni and people in industry who will, who are happy to be mentors so that they can guide you and support you and give you insights. And this is just a testimonial from one of our mentees. So you have full access to that when you join us. And also, just on that point, we're one of the very few universities where we give you up to 4 years career support once you leave the university. So once you've left, you can still book one-to-one appointments with us. You can still attend any events online or in person. And you also have access to the Central University of Reading careers events. So all the appointments you would book with us, but you still have access to the wider university, their events and resources as well. Campus jobs. So we have lots of jobs around campus that a lot of the students take part in. And, it's really, really convenient because you can just work on campus, earn some extra money, and get some of that experience that we talk about, some of those skills that employers want. We have virtual learning platforms. Forage is one I really recommend to students who have, little work experience. You have all the big companies there. You sign in with your Henley Business School email, and you can do a work experience program. It's usually like 10 hours or 5 hours or 15 hours. So you can do it, at your own pace, and you get a certificate. You can put that certificate onto LinkedIn. You can put it onto your CV. And again, it gives evidence of those skills that employers are looking for. We have Going Global, and of course, LinkedIn Learning, a great business school library, like Vishali has said. So we really, really, our main focus is the minute you come in, your masters the 1 year will fly by so quickly. We support you from day one, and our main goal is to make you more employable so that you can, secure a good role and start your career path. So I'll take on some questions at the end, but thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Neelam, for talking about all the support we provide. It's obviously a very wide range, and hopefully students will see the benefit of it. What I'm going to do is, if I can just bring in Shruti and Satham right now to kind of share their experiences. Perhaps you can start off with just introducing yourself, Shruti and Satham.
Sure. So, hi everyone, I'm Shruti, and I'm currently studying International Business Management at Henley Business School. Previously in India, I've studied Bachelor's in Business Administration, and I also have work experience as data associate in a company based in Chicago.
Thanks, Satham.
Yeah, hi everyone. So my name is Satham. I have experience before joining Henley. Currently, I'm doing digital business masters with data analytics as my specialization. I did my bachelor's in e-commerce, which is electronic commerce, which is like a blend of commerce, business plus computing. I do have experience in India as well, a little more than 5 years, 5 plus, around 6 years. And I've worked in companies like Amazon and Accenture. So that's small, short about me. Thank you.
Thanks, Satam. So, I think before we open up for the audience to ask questions, I thought I had a few questions which perhaps students will, the audience will benefit listening from you. So, what motivated you to study abroad? And, given there's so many choices, how did you go about making that decision in terms of your destination? So either one of you, if you want to pick up that question and just share your thought process.
I mean, to be honest with you, for me, it was about that leap that I wanted to take in my career, because I've been working for so long. And then, a time comes when you feel like very saturated in your career. You feel like you're doing everything, but you aren't really learning anything. You're just doing something over and over and over again, but not learning something new. And also, one of the things why I chose University of Reading, Henley specifically is because of the cultural experience that you get. And because when you study for example, in my cohort, I'm doing digital business and data analytics. We have more than, and I'm not even kidding, more than 30 nationalities who are in our class. So from 30 different countries. And we have so many group presentations and case studies and everything. You kind of get to know from each other. And a lot of these people come with a lot of work experience. So you kind of get to know from each other, what kind of things that you learn, and you share your experience with each other. You kind of blend in that culture. So that's a massive thing. I actually spoke to my program director before joining the course, and she did tell me all of these things. And all of this is true. Now I know that all of this is true. So that is a massive, massive benefit. When you study, you get to know it. When before studying, if someone tells this to you, you will be like, okay, that's not a big thing. But then when you study and when you listen to people, their work experience and everything, these are skills that are life skills. You would always remember these skills. So for me, that was the deal breaker.
That's so true, Satam. We do emphasize that, it's not just learning from faculty, but it's also learning from your peers that help you grow. So thanks for sharing that. What about you, Shruti? What was your motivation?
Yes, so for me, I've recently graduated in 2021. So I just had an experience merely for 2 years. So I always wanted to pursue a master's degree because I learned that there is still scope for learning, as Satam already mentioned. Like there's still, I don't know what is the niche, skill that I should focus on, which I really like. So after finishing my bachelor's, I sort of needed that clarity on what I want to do in my life further on, or what I'm interested in, which field I should go to and work. So in order to figure that out, I assumed that, doing a master's degree would sort of help me to kind of make me understand what kind of career I want to pursue further on.
And how about, what was your process in that decision making? How did you have a list of things you needed from a certain destination in terms of country, university, business school? Did you
Yes,
make a list
definitely.
for yourself?
Yes, definitely. So one of the most important factor for me was the methodology, because as we all know that in India is more theory based. So I wanted something that's more application based, like which is more practical in nature. I mean, everyone has heard that education in UK is more practical based, but when I came here, I actually experienced it. But by the way they make us study, for instance, like if there's any topic, they would start with real life case studies, and they would sort of explain that, okay, now this trend is known as this theory. So sort of the way they make us understand everything is quite different. So I wanted to get that exposure, and as Satam already explained, in my course there are actually 80 nationalities, so it's really really diverse. So to working with intercultural people and to learn about different cultures, it was an altogether different experience, which I think so I wouldn't have received if I stayed back home.
Right. You mentioned about the difference in terms of the teaching and learning methodology. So just picking up a little bit more on that, how easy or difficult it was, what challenges did you see, what kind of support you think Henley has given or could have given that you thought, or sources that you reached out to for that support that you needed. If you can talk a little bit about that as well, Shruti.
Oh, definitely. There was a lot of support presented by the university. Honestly, I was not expecting, but I received support in every angle. So, for instance, when I was struggling with securing a part-time job, I did one-on-one appointments with careers team. I Neelam knows, she knows me. Like we talked a lot, one-on-one, and then they helped me a lot in line by line, helping me with my CV and kind of making it fit, making it ATS friendly, the software friendly, as they said. And then it helped me secure 3 part-time jobs. So that helped me in terms of education. When I was struggling with some of the queries related to my modules, they have assigned me an academic tutor whom I can easily reach out to. So these are the kind of supports that I received, be it academically or non-academically in my professional life, which has, helped me throughout my journey. I mean, these are just one or two. But if you look at the other supports, like the kind of material that, Henley gives in their networking fairs as well, like the Times book for 100 graduate jobs in which all the big employers are there, so that you don't miss any deadlines, and then how to be financially healthy. So it kind of follows an holistic approach in terms of, giving us support, that it's not just academically, but in terms of your career path. If you're suffering anything, they have the counseling services, which I also took advantage of in the mid of my master's. So I think so. They give support in each and every aspect. They have all kinds of opportunity. Yeah.
Right, thank you. Anything from your end, Satham? Anything you'd like to share there?
Yeah, I mean, just to add on to what Shruti said, one of the things that you get if you start studying, because the UK education system is very different than what we do in India. It's more application based, more practical learning, more assignments. Like in my course, almost except I think one module, all other modules are assignments. And these are open book assignments. Now, the thing is, when I say open book assignments, people jump in joy saying, "Oh, it's open book," but open book is harder than closed book because you have so many resources, and you then have to write everything, and then you also have to follow a specific pattern, and this is where the tricky part comes in. So Henley has something called as the academic English course, which is obviously free. It's given to everyone. It's an optional module. You don't have to pass or fail the module. It's a free module. You just do it or don't do it. But I think it's a great module because it's just 2 hours every week. And it teaches you how to write reports versus dissertation versus an academic essay, how to do your in-text citations, references, and everything. I know potential students who are listening to this, maybe all of this in-text citations and references may be a little new to them, but when they come to UK, they will understand that this is like part and parcel of their daily life. But yeah, these are the things that they teach you. We have professors who teach you all of this. It's not an English course per se. It's an academic English course. It's very different from an English course. So it's a lot of unlearn and learn. But then I think these kind of courses, and there are other courses as well, but these kind of modules they really help you kind of shape up that, brush your skills if you don't know about it.
Great. Thanks for highlighting that point, Satham. That's very useful, I'm sure, to a lot of people who always compare, or think or are, thinking about how I'll cope with my studies. It's going to be a different education system. So that I hopefully will rest some of the nerves there. Just shifting gears a little bit and thinking about more in, coming to a different country, finances, budgeting, all of that, must have been something that must have been riding in your heads. How did you manage your budgets and finances? Did you take up any part-time work opportunities along the way? If not, do you have any tips for our students on what they could be doing to save some money or, spend wisely?
Amy, one of the things I would humbly suggest is that, do not, and I have read it on a lot of forums online, that people come here depending on part-time jobs for everything. Don't do that, please. You should have your budget for at least the, sorry, at least the primary expenses. For example, when you're paying your tuition fees or your accommodation, all of that should be accounted for. Living expenses is something that you also should have. You should be having something to fall on. But then, yes, there are a lot of part-time jobs available here. And the biggest advantage, and I keep saying this, is that this is an English-speaking country. So you do not have to learn a new language to get a part-time job. You can just literally apply to anything and everything. So, but so right now, so what I have also done, and right now I'm also working in a little different kind of a part-time job. So you do have like part-time jobs in hospitality. You have jobs where you can work at stores, but you also have jobs where you can work in a college. Like I worked at Reading College and helped them with admissions and everything. You do have those opportunities as well. You do have marketing opportunities. You can do marketing jobs. You can do customer service jobs. And they're very flexible. The moment you tell them, especially in Reading, the moment you tell them that you are from the university, they will be very flexible to you. They understand because a lot of Reading students work there. So they will automatically give you a contract which is more flexible. And they will ask you about your term dates and everything. So they are used to it. They know it. And they're very happy to hire you, just to let you know, because I thought that maybe, that'll be a challenge saying that, oh, you're from the university, we will not hire you, but that's not how it is. They would be very happy to hire you. And in fact, they look forward to hire you because I think somehow they feel that university students bring a lot of skills, which other people may or may not.
Great. Just one final question, maybe for you, Shruti, before we turn to the audience questions. Neelam mentioned about the Red Award, the university's Red Award. I believe you got that award. So if you can talk a little bit more about what you did and why you thought that was important to you.
Yes, certainly. So I started the Red Award as soon as I started my master's because I've attended a lot of careers fairs. So I've learned that you can upgrade your CV to a larger extent because in order to secure the Red Award, you need to secure a lot of experience in part-time jobs, volunteering, internships. So it's accumulation of all those things. On top of that, you also have to do a lot of training and development courses. And when I say training and development courses, it's not just academic training and development courses. It can be life tools whereby they make you understand how to look after yourself as an international student, how to gain confidence. So as I said, it's the kind of holistic experience that here it's not just academic, but it improves you of who you are as a person altogether. So after doing the Red Awards, my entire CV was upgraded because I had a lot of part-time job experience on my CV, volunteering, which kind of shows that you're also willing to give back to the community and you're not just focusing on your career and part-time jobs. A lot of internships also help you secure your full-time job because it gives you an opportunity to work longer with an organization or kind of have an experience, as Neelam earlier mentioned, like a taste in a day is something whereby you just go and see how the culture is of the organization. So after securing the Red Award, I've learned a lot of skills like leadership, team development, and all these skills have recently, helped me promote myself to a supervisor position in my part-time job as well. So it's not just like I'm speaking it. I've experienced it as a growth in my professional journey as well after completing the award. So yes, it has helped me. It has helped me a lot.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Shruti. I think we should now open up the questions from audience. So Yukti, if you can just jump in and tell us what questions are coming from our audience.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for giving us this insightful presentation. Now time for Q&A session. So the first question is, are there any opportunities to collaborate with faculty on research projects?
Shruti, I see you nodding. Do you want to go in there and share maybe your experience if you've had that?
So with every module that you have dissertation that you call a research project, you will be assigned a supervisor, and that is a member of the faculty who would be guiding you throughout your project. So yes, you will be collaborating with a faculty member in order to complete your research projects.
Okay. So next question is accommodation guaranteed? How much do students typically pay in rent?
Okay, so the accommodations are guaranteed provided you fulfill three requirements. First, you should have made an application for your accommodation before the 1st of August. Second, you should have accepted and paid deposit for your program. And you should have made application for your accommodation, which is where you choose three options from all the available options. We've got plenty of options and in different budget range. We've got self-catered, catered, we've got townhouses, hall of residences with kitchen, kitchenette, and private WC or shared kitchenette, shared bathrooms. So there's a range, and they all have different price points. The minimum I would say would be at a £150 per week, which might be off campus, shared kitchen, shared bathroom sort of thing. So you can make three choices, and whatever is available, if your first choice is available, the accommodations team will give you that. But if it's not available, then they'll make they'll pick from the second or third option and give you one. If none of those are available, you'll still be given an alternate accommodation, provided you've met the three conditions.
What documents are required for the scholarship program, for the scholarship application?
So there is no separate application for scholarships this year. We are using your program application. So whatever program you've applied for, you would have written a personal statement. You would have provided your degree certificate and transcripts. You may have, done some professional qualifications, or you might have work experience. So you would have provided your CV. So all of that documents will form the basis for making a decision.
Do I need to have a certain GPA or work experience to apply?
So most of these programs do not require a work experience, but as you've seen from Satham and his peers on the program, some people do come with work experience, and we welcome them, but they do not have a requirement as such. In terms of what GPA is required, we require a UK 2-1 equivalent, and this in an Indian context might vary in terms of percentage from 60% to 70 or 80%, depending on the university you're passing out from and how that equates in the UK framework. So if you are unsure about your eligibility, you can get in touch with one of us in the recruitment team, and we'll be very happy to take a look at your grades, at your application, and support you along the way.
Are there any opportunities for internship or practical experience in the program?
Yes, plenty. And I think, Neelam, I'm going to ask you to answer that.
Yep. So yeah, definitely, like I mentioned earlier, during the program, especially over spring and summer, you have the chance to either work on a consultancy project, work with an employer where, we put you into groups, we introduce you to a company and you solve their business challenges. So you work on an actual consultancy project. You can either apply for an internship, which is 1 to 3 months between June and September. So this could be, in the UK, it could be in your home country. We approve all internships. So it has to, fulfill all the terms and conditions we have. And also, you have the study trip, which is a very practical, that offers a very practical element where you would go abroad, for, it could be 1 week. Some study trips are 1 month. Some are most are 1 week, and you will meet companies in your host destination. You'll partner up with a university and you'll work on practical projects, again solving problems for these employers. So you get a lot of opportunities to do practical work as long as all your academic work.
So I've covered all the questions from the YouTube chat box. Thank you for answering all the questions so well. Do you want to share any final words?
No, I think I'm just going to leave my and the contact details for our India staff. Hopefully, students will find this useful in terms of support that they might need in answering any further program-related questions they might have, or support with applications, scholarship questions, whatever they might have. We're more than happy to answer them. And yeah, good luck with your with whatever you're planning to pursue, wherever you're planning to pursue your master's.
Thank you so
everyone.
much, everyone, for your valuable time. All the audience, if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact the SI UK India office. For more update, do follow us on our social media handle. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.